Hey everyone, Michael Zapersky here. Hope you are having a wonderful day and excited to be back for today's Consulting Success live stream. We're going to be talking today about the danger of comparing yourself to others and how that's a pretty serious issue, or can be a serious issue, especially at the early stages of your business when you're considering ways to market and to grow your business. So in just a minute, I'm going to offer you a few examples and we can look at together. I'm going to share my screen and we can look at a few things that I hope will demonstrate how to really think about comparing yourself to others and what a better path, I should say, a better path that you can take to actually achieve greater results. So let's dig in and get right to it. All right, guys, so here we go. Let's get right into today's topic. Many people, including myself, at probably many times I've done this, I'm sure over the years, have looked at what other people are doing in the marketplace and then compared what we're doing or what I'm doing, what I'm thinking. And that can be very dangerous. Why? Because when you look at, let's say, an organization like Amazon, you might go, well, yeah, Amazon offers all these different products, all these different services. Maybe I can do something similar. And then you launch a brand, a business that tries to replicate the success that Amazon has had. But the danger in that is that Amazon, right, didn't start off that way. Amazon started off by providing books. They did one thing and they did it very well. And this is very true in the professional services world, in the consulting world, where people will look at other companies, they'll look at other consultants, look at other consulting firms, and they'll say, well, yeah, these people offer all these different things, all these different services. They target all these different types of industries and clients. Therefore, can't I do that myself? And the answer is, of course, you can do that. The challenge, however, is if you are earlier stage in your marketing. And when I say that, you might be consulting for 5 or 10 years and see a level of success. But if you want to start ramping up your marketing, if you want to penetrate either new markets or deeper into an existing market, then it's very dangerous to do that by trying to cast too wide of a net, to try and be all things to all people, to try and offer many different types of services or products, or try and tailor and serve many different types of industries and many different types of people. Why? Because your message will then become diluted. You can't create an effective message that will resonate with many different types of people, because different types of people have different issues on their minds. The challenge for a manufacturing executive might be different from the challenge or problem that an executive director at a nonprofit might be having. So if you're trying to say the same, the one thing to many people, it's likely that your message will come across watered down. And so I'm going to offer you a quick example here to demonstrate the danger of actually looking at others and comparing yourself to those people. So if we just start off, I'm going to do a quick screen share here, and I'm going to take you take you over to Stripe. So let me make sure. Can you guys just type in the chat box? Let me know that you can see Stripe. Hopefully you can see the Stripe website. Okay, great. So if you go to Stripe's website today, this is what it looks like. Stripe is a payment processor, a great company. We use them and we've been using them for many years. Only good things to say. But if you look at their message, it says payments infrastructure for the internet. So you could look at that and you could say, well, here's a very successful company that if you read their message, it says millions of businesses of all sizes, from startups to large enterprises, use Stripe software, so on, so on, so on. Right? They're not targeting one specific type of person. Right? They're saying they work with all different types of businesses of all sizes, from startups to enterprises. And you might look at that and go, well, here's a successful company, an ultra successful company. Shouldn't I follow that success? Maybe I should build my consulting business, my professional services business, by trying to target all different types of organizations. But here's the danger in that. This is not how Stripe started. If you go back in time, and I was just actually going to the Wayback Machine, which is a website that you can look at websites of what they kind of, back in history. It's down right now. But I found this tweet on Twitter that shows Stripe's original website, or one of the original versions. And I remember this back in the day. Stripe started as a platform for developers. So you can't go, I would encourage you not to look at what Stripe's website looks like today and who they're targeting today, because that's not how they started. That's not how they became known. That's not how they got on the radar of their ideal clients. This is how they built their brand. They built their brand by looking at the marketplace and going, who isn't really being served right now? If you look at PayPal back in the day, maybe even today, doesn't do the best job of creating an infrastructure for payments for developers. Yet developers are the ones creating all the apps, all the new programs, the software. And so Stripe looked at this and said, here's an opportunity. Let's just become known as the #1 payment processor and kind of platform to power payments that the developers will love and that will be easy to use. And that's how they made inroads. Here's another example, LEK Consulting. So LEK Consulting, one of the founders, Richard Koch, who's well known for writing many books on the 80-20 principle. If you look at their website, right, you look under industries and you can see like they serve a lot of different industries, right? They have a lot of different capabilities. So you could look at this and go, well, here's a very successful consulting business. Shouldn't I do something similar? Well, if they're successful in doing this, why can't I also offer many different capabilities and services and products? And why can't I also target many different industries? The truth is that you can. But if you go back in time, and I was trying to, again, pull this up on the Wayback Machine, but it's not working right now. I've found when I show this to clients that, and in workshops, that LEK's original website did not look like this at all. Not even just the design, but the language. They were not targeting all different types of people with all different types of services. They actually really focused initially and built their differentiation in the marketplace, which allowed them to gain a foothold by focusing on mergers and acquisition type of valuation advisory services. That's what their focus was in. They looked at the landscape. They said, other consulting firms aren't doing this, or they aren't doing it very well. We're going to go all in. We're going to focus on this. That's how they started to become known in the marketplace. That's how they gained traction. That's how they built their business. As they built their business, now they were able to start opening up, right, to show or to cater to more people as they added more staff, more team members, and so forth. So with all that being said, what I want to offer you is the concept, the idea to not only look at what's working well for others right now, but think about where they get started. And so that's the opportunity. Is when you compare yourself, it can be very dangerous. Right? You look at what people are doing, you see that they're successful, but their success and where they are today isn't likely where they got started. And so you want to think about, how did they get started, right? How are you able to replicate maybe the learnings of what they got started with and what they did? And if you look at most companies, the vast majority of them started with a great focus and specialization. You can always find kind of people outside of the norm, right? The fringe, kind of exceptions to the rule, people who were successful in going broad from the beginning. But the vast majority of people who achieve success in this business do it with specialization, with focus, with really understanding and knowing who their ideal clients are, developing their messages, their offers, their content, their intellectual property to cater to that one group, to really create inroads, to gain traction, to become known. And as they do that and they build their business and they have now more resources and more ability to invest or to build their team, that's when they start looking at how to expand, if that's a desire that they have. So just go ahead, everyone. If you could type in the comments box there, let me know if this makes sense. If you have any questions, I wanted to bring this up here today because I see many people who will look at something that is working for somebody else, something that looks like a trend, or it's a new technology or a new tool or new social media, or offering all these different types of things, and they think that just because somebody else is doing it, that they can do the exact same thing. But what they're missing is that there's typically a gap between what you see where somebody is today and where they actually got started. So I wanted to just bring that forward so that as you kind of vet new ideas, you analyze opportunities, you can start to see what's really working, what isn't working, and kind of filter that through to help you to make better decisions. So that's what I want to share with you all here today. Let me know if you do have any questions. I'm also going to put a little link into the comment box here. I don't know if it'll show up in LinkedIn. I believe it'll show up in YouTube and Facebook. And this is if you want a free resource that will go deeper into this topic. Check it out, have a look at it, and I think you might find this helpful to kind of go deeper into this concept. But I'd love to open this up for questions. If there are any questions on this topic, or for those of you joining in right now, I see a few people logging in right now and joining us. If you have any questions about your consulting business, anything that's top of mind for you that you'd like to get some feedback or perspective on here today, just go ahead and type in the chat box. I'll hang out here for a few minutes. And as you might be doing that right now, typing in, I just also want to share, if you have questions, if you'd like to get if you'd like me to kind of focus on a specific topic or dive into a topic that would be helpful for you, just go to consultingsuccess.com/stream, STREAM, and you can then submit your question. And I'd love to take your questions and dive maybe deeper into some of those questions in an upcoming live stream. Again, this happens every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Mark it down, put it in your calendar, hit the subscribe button, the like button, the bell, whatever it is to get notified, or follow on LinkedIn so that you can be notified when the next one happens. But it's every Tuesday, 10 a.m. Pacific, and I would love to take more of your questions and to dive deeper into topics that are relevant and meaningful for all of you. Okay, so I'm glad here. Let me see, just put this in. So one LinkedIn user, yeah, thanks for insights. Makes total sense. Glad to hear that. Dennis saying, thanks for sharing and caring. Yeah, you're very welcome, Dennis. We have here Jops, 1 a.m. in the Philippines. Okay, well, good morning to you, Jops. Very glad to have you here. Love that you're joining us even at that time. So thank you all so much for joining in here today. I'll just hang out for a moment to see if there are any questions regarding consulting, proposals, fees, marketing, anything that you all want to talk about here today. This is why I do the live stream every single week, is to provide some perspective, my opinions on some things, some ideas, hopefully to help you to grow a more successful consulting business. So I hope that this is valuable for you all. Here, question from Jobs: is it necessary to have an MBA degree to be more credible in consulting? Absolutely not. So it depends on what path you're going to take, Jobs. If you're taking a more traditional kind of route or path where you're looking to work with an established firm, that might help you. There might be some criteria that they have, but I can tell you that the vast majority of consultants that I know who are very successful do not have an MBA. Some do. Some have PhDs. But an acronym or some letters behind your name or a certification doesn't guarantee your success. I know many people who have some acronym, at the end of their name. They have letters, and it might be from a certification. It might be from kind of more of an educational PhD, MBA type of thing. And I know many of them who struggle. Right, they're not seeing the success that they want. So that doesn't necessarily create success. What creates success is that you learn the right things, and then most importantly, that you implement them, that you take consistent action. And so that's what I would say. So yeah, if you're thinking, do I need an MBA to be successful? Absolutely not. Is there value in having an MBA? There definitely can be, but it doesn't need to be something that you have. I don't have an MBA. And I know many people who have MBAs that I don't consider necessarily be that savvy when it comes to business, or they're not that successful. But again, just because one person has something doesn't mean that you have to do the same thing. Follow the path that is best for you. Follow the path that you feel will create the most fulfillment and success for you. I hope that helps. Bob, powerful insights as always. Great to see you, Bob. Thanks for joining. Let me know, everyone here, if you have any other questions, and let others know about this. I hope that we can bring more people from the community into the live stream. It's still early days here as we're rolling this out, but I do enjoy getting comments and feedback from people on this. So here we go. Let's see. Chanel. Yeah. Okay. Chanel, great to see you. An acronym behind your name doesn't create success. Thank you for saying that. It's just the truth. It's my experience around that, Chanel, but I appreciate your comment as well. Good stuff, everyone. Listen, any other questions, comments, anything else before we wrap up here today? Again, go to consultingsuccess.com/stream, STREAM, to enter in your question. And we'll try and bring it up on next week's live stream. I love hearing from you guys. This is all about providing value to the community, getting more people in the community together. The more questions that you ask, the more involved that you are, the more engaged you are, the more value it will also provide to other members and other consultants around the world and in the community here. So with that being said, thank you all so much for joining. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. And if you're looking for resources to grow your consulting business, just head over to consultingsuccess.com. We have many free articles. We have the Consulting Success podcast. We have videos on YouTube as well. So check it out. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Take care, and bye for now.